All right. Where are you from, Bill? Hey, Billy Boy OD. OD? That's ODEE. Not sure if you saw it floating around Twitter, but there was an article written by a guy who said it's racist when people ask where he's from. Why? I ask people where they're from all the time if they have an accent, because the rest of the world interests me. Anyways, he says, I'm a Pakistani-born American, and I drive Uber/Lyft and anything else they'll let me. I love it when people ask me where I'm from because it makes me and my country more human to them. How many Pakistani people do you know? One. And then there's a couple others that I might know, but I'm not going to ask them what they are, because then they'll, if they're Indian or they're not Pakistani, you guys are like, Michigan and Ohio State. I don't want to start that shit up. And you're in a fairly diverse city. Exactly, Bill. Probably only a few, if any. So that's why I love it. I don't like how you just fucking assume that shit. Even though you were right. Sometimes I just say one of those countries that gets bombed a lot. Some laugh, some apologize on behalf of their army. So we're not bombing you guys. I thought that was India. I don't want to start it up. I know you guys are. Problem is people in Pakistan, in India, they're Led Zeppelin fans, all right? And then Zeppelin wrote that song, Kashmir, and then that just started the whole shit up again. As far as I know, that's what's going on over there. So I say, ask me where I'm from, and don't worry about the occasional insecure guy who doesn't like to hear it. Thank you for all the laughter. Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's probably because they got treated like shit. I mean, there's a difference between like, hey, man, where you from? That's a cool accent. As like, as being like, dude, where the fuck are you from? I mean, that's not a good one. All right, remedies. Hey, Billy Drum Solo King. Someone wrote in about home remedies. I married a black woman who's a bit older than me, but her mom is from the generation of home remedies. Earaches, take a bottle of sweet oil, warm it up under running water. And what do you do with it? Do you drink it or pour it in your ear? I wouldn't think you'd want to pour it in your ear. When warm, here we go. When warm, not hot, pour a capful in your ear. What? Sore throat, gargle with peroxide and water. There are countless others, but these are a few. Enjoy the summer with the family in the playoffs. Peroxide and water. I think Donald Trump thought that cured COVID. All right. I would say, do I have any fucking home remedies? No, I was the Vicks Vapor Rub generation. When you had a cold, you took that shit and you just rubbed it on your chest. Yeah, and you smelled like a fucking stick of wintergreen gum. Didn't work. There was another one. You put a towel over your head and you sat above steaming water to try to clear out your nasal passages. But I just know other ones. Like if you're in the shower, if you're taking a shower, the end of a hot shower, if you turn it on cold, it sucks. But once you get used to it, I can't even tell you how fucking alive you feel. I know a hot shower is great, but I'm telling you, when you go the other way at the end of it, there's something about it. It fucking gives you a jolt of adrenaline. I feel way more awake when I do it. But please keep the home remedies coming here. I would love one when you get a sore throat from screaming shit jokes. Mexican hiccup remedies. Hey there, Billy Burrito. Recently, a listener emailed you talking about old family remedies and reminded me of one that I still hold true to this day. It was passed down to me by my mother and to her mother and so on. First of all, I was born and raised in Mexico, and I now live in Miami. You know what's funny? There's a farmer that I'm following growing his own food on Instagram. I'll tweet it out. You guys should check it out. It's inspiring me I always wanted to have like a home garden. I mean, I've had like, tomato plants out here and stuff like that, but to have like, like lettuce and all of that type of stuff. Because they're saying, once again, they're changing the laws so they don't have to write GMOs when they're in your food or whatever, if you give a fuck about something like that. It's interesting. Anyway, first of all, I was born and raised in Mexico, and I now live in Miami. My mom's side of the family is completely Mexican, and as I'm sure you know, us Mexican love limes, and we also love drinking. I mean, what's to hate about that? So the remedy is for the hiccups. It works 100% of the time if you help it a bit. What? What do you mean help it? Okay, when you have the hiccups, get a lime, slice it in half, grab one half and pour some in Worcestershire sauce on it. Had to Google how to spell that. In Mexico, we call it salsa inglesa, English sauce. Oh, all right. And then just bite into the half lime with the Worcestershire sauce on it. It's going to be super sour and intense, but all that flavor sort of shocks your body and it will sort of forget about the hiccups. So you scare yourself with flavor. Just bite into the lime and swallow all the lime juice with the Worcestershire sauce on it. You might get the need to hiccup again, but just fight it a bit and your hiccups will be gone. I do this whenever I have the hiccups and it's never failed me. That's fucking wild. I want to keep exploring this because I know somebody's going to have like some fucking cures that work. This is like conspiracy theory. Then who knows? Maybe you don't have to go to the CVS in Fresno where they have the funny tasting fucking, the funny tasting fucking vitamin C gummies. Anyway, love everything you do. I've been a fan since I was 15. I'm 28 now. Wow. I saw you in Hollywood, Florida when you came down in 2021 and absolutely killed it. Hope to see you again soon. Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. That's always cool when somebody who's not white likes me. You're like, all right, my shit jokes are crossing racial lines. I love it. All right. Underrated. Working with people who know the next step. You don't have to ask for the hammer or reach for the next piece of plywood. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If the person you're working with can handle doing what they're doing and also seeing the project as a whole. I'm writing this because I'm currently experiencing that. Unlike the last Dumbo who slowed me down so much that I missed my own anniversary dinner to meet a contractual deadline. Now, wait a minute. You're blaming the person who hands you the shit?